What's going on, everybody? Mallet here. How you guys doing today? It's been like a while, and by that I mean like forever, since we've looked at a gaming headset that wasn't from Razer. Well, today we're gonna remedy that with another bullseye collaboration between Massdrop and Sennheiser. And that also just so happened to be my new favorite gaming headset ever. These are the PC37X. Now, full disclosure, as you guys know, Massdrop is a channel sponsor, and I'm sure as hell glad that they sent these over for me to check out. It really impressed me enough that actually made me change my current gaming setup for this more streamlined, simple approach. And my current setup is this: a pair of HD 5.8X Jubilees and a condenser microphone, the CM25 from Focusrite. I mean, quality? Absolutely not in question here. My current setup blows everything out of the park. Absolutely fantastic, but also absolutely not practical at all. And you're probably asking why, or even better, how did the PC37X get me to switch from that much more robust, complex, awesome setup? And the answer is actually quite simple. The 37X is more than good enough across the board on everything I needed to do, that the quality loss from going from that more complex setup to it didn't outweigh the fact that I changed all that for one single piece of gear that basically does everything for me. How, if I wanted to, since it doesn't need it, I could even, take away my Scarlett 2i2 and my SMSL amp, and my desk would be super clean, superb, awesome, nothing in the way. Okay, but how is it? How is the PC37X? Alright, let's start with sound. The driver in the 37X comes from the same family as the HD 598s and the HD 600s. And that doesn't mean that they all sound alike, that's not the case, but it does kind of mean that the quality of the driver, absolute mad, whoa, up there. And Sennheiser knows this, so they take advantage out of the awesome driver they put in to tweak the sound signature just right. For gaming, there's enough of a punch to make you actually feel the low end, but it doesn't mud everything else. It's super balanced in a way that you don't lose detail and quality on the mids and highs, and your experience is all that better for it. And this is not something you're gonna easily find on a headset, especially not in this price range. Also important about the sound, the 37X is an open pair, so there will be audio bleeding in and out. And I find that actually good because it gives a more airy feeling to what you're listening to. It doesn't get too claustrophobic, and it just, I don't know, it feels better for me. I like open back headphones and headsets. Plus it helps with the soundstage, which is just wide enough for any gaming experience to be actually really pleasant, no matter the title you're playing. When it comes to the microphone, it sounds like this. There's a lot of body, a lot of detail. It's crisp, clear, soft. It feels very airy. It feels very natural and light. Now, important information, it doesn't compress the audio almost at all, and that's kind of because Sennheiser designed this thing to be an open pair, remember? So they expect you won't be using it in a super busy, open environment, which means it would also be expected that your microphone shouldn't need to do that tough of a job, dealing with environmental noise anyway, so it doesn't. And again, lots of body, lots of detail, there's nothing much to complain here. This, gold standard for microphones and headsets, for sure, 100% number one on my list. As for power, you need not be worried you're gonna have enough volume, doesn't matter where you plug this thing in. your motherboard out, your console, notebook, doesn't matter, you're gonna have enough volume to play anything you want, like for sure. Just be mindful that if you're gonna be using it with something that uses a single combo headphone microphone jack, you're gonna need a like $1.5 to $2 4-pole splitter, because the cable on the 37X actually ends in two 3.5mm jack connections, one for microphone and the other for the audio part. Now this is a gaming headset, so it is plausible for one to assume that you're going to be wearing them on your head for long sessions at a time, and I am pleased to report that it will pass the test of time, because it's one of the most comfortable headsets I have ever tried. They will fit basically any head size, the clamping force is just enough to keep them in place, and the overall headset is actually quite light, which probably comes from the fact that it's entirely made out of plastic, but it is super sturdy, doesn't feel like it's gonna break at all, no creaks and cracks, it feels really solid even though it's made out of plastic. Padding on the headband is perfectly adequate for the weight distribution, and padding on the ear cushions it actually looks like it's going to be super stiff, but it really isn't. And that, together with the size of the opening and the depth of the ear cups, plus the fact that the driver wall is angled, gives you more than enough room for it to wrap around your ears super comfortably. You are not going to have any issues there. Oh, and all the cushioning is covered in felt, which is super soft and comfortable to the touch, but it also will grab on to any particles, skins, your hair, or anything like that, and will never let go, which means that you're probably gonna have to clean it once in a while. But to make your life a little bit easier, the actual pads are removable, so yeah, you just take them off, clean them up, and put them back on. And speaking of clean, smooth segue, Massdrop actually went like 95% of the way to completely matte black everything. Because aside from the Sennheiser logo and name and the Massdrop logo, which are white, everything else is pitch darkness, like matte black all around. And I find that super refreshing, because usually gaming stuff have, different accents and super obnoxious colors. This doesn't have any of that, and it makes your life easier to also match them up with any color scheme you have going on your setup. I really like that design decision. The 3-meter long cable is braided and detachable, which is a plus. On the left ear cup you have your microphone, which works like pull it down to activate it, push it back up to turn it off, and that's it. No buttons, no shenanigans, nothing. Just click down for on, click up for off, and you're good to go. And on the right side you have one volume wheel, and that's it. Again, no shenanigans, no nothing. And all this package, which is quite frankly streamlined, super simple and direct, to the point, goes for $119. And for this amount of cash, like $120, this package is like a super complete package. It's got the build, the comfort, the looks, it sounds excellent. The microphone is like the one to beat across the entire headset realm. No bells and whistles, no nothing. This more than deserves, and it will take its rightful place permanently on my setup for the foreseeable future, because it's absolutely incredible. No, it is not as good as or better than my Jubilees, I know that. And when I want like the sound, I'm gonna go for those. But for all other instances, when I'm gaming or talking to my friends or Skyping or doing anything like that, I'm gonna be pulling these babies out, because the PC37X is super simple, and at the same time, it is basically awesome. And that's really it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, so leave any comments or suggestions down below as usual if you feel like it. Like, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified of new stuff coming up. Don't forget to check out all the links down below in the description, including the links to these guys, because if you're not looking for a gaming headset, these should definitely be on your list. Thanks again to Massdrop for sending these over for me to check out. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one.